Alright, so another Souls-like to end the generation? Why not? I mean, there can never be too much, right? So I'm playing Vigil The Longest Night, just started it a couple days ago. I'm not too far in, but I wanted to give my impressions. Thank you to Another Indie for sending me a code, and also thank you to Gaming Addict. Shout out to you for putting me on this game, because it's pretty damn good so far. As you can see from the gameplay, beautiful looking game. I'm really digging the art style. It's definitely got a Bloodborne-esque type of look. If Bloodborne was going 2D and it had a little love child with Salt and Sanctuary, this would be that game. There's actually a lot of connection to Salt and Sanctuary, so if you're into that game, you definitely should play this one. Just from the little bit that I've played, I've already noticed some similarities. The map design in terms of like backtracking and noticing that there's certain things I can't do yet, but I could come back later, so it kind of has that Metroidvania style in there as well. From what I remember with Salt and Sanctuary, I felt kind of the same way, where it was like this map that was designed in a nice little way where you can kind of backtrack to other areas and get lost, for that matter, because that's what happened to me in Salt and Sanctuary. I got very lost. But even games like Blasphemous, which I beat not too long ago, same kind of thing. I even seen some hints, or at least it reminded me. I don't know if they intended this, but I definitely got like a Castlevania 4 vibe from a couple areas in this game, especially this one. Check this out, man. Like, if you've played Castlevania in the past, Castlevania 4 specifically, this just totally reminded me of Castlevania. So really was digging that. Just the looks of this game, the map, the areas that I've been going to so far, really liking that part of the game. As far as gameplay and combat, the combat, it's actually pretty good. The only thing I have an issue with, and it's not really combat related, but the only thing that's a little janky at times is like going up and down stairs. Because you know, you're running and you're trying to get up these stairs at a diagonal angle. Sometimes it just doesn't hit. Sometimes I gotta jump. Sometimes it just doesn't really flow. And yeah, and then there's even the like jumping to different platforms where you have to kind of double jump or you have to pull yourself up. That could be a little sketchy at times, but other than that, it's been pretty fluid. It's felt nice. It takes getting used to, I guess, when it comes to that stuff I just sort of complained about. But the combat, I've enjoyed. You do have your dodge, where you could dodge backwards one step if you press right trigger once, or if you hold it down and you're running, you can do a roll dodge through enemies, where you do have iframes and visiframes where you just dodge right through. And that's really nice. It feels good. You start off with the sword, and you can upgrade your weapons. So you have swords, you have axes, things like that. And they each have their own individual skill tree. So far I've only used the sword and an axe. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but I've been upgrading mostly the sword. That's kind of been my go-to, but I like the axe because it covers more ground, and I knew it would, and for certain situations, it's much better because you can definitely, you know, obviously cover more ground and take out some of these enemies. And much like any kind of Souls-like, if you kill somebody, you kill one of these enemies, you can get gold in this game, which you can use for your upgrades. There's a blacksmith, there's a store, there's like a little hub kind of town area where you can talk to different characters, and then you can buy stuff from the stores, you can upgrade your weapons, visit the blacksmith and all that. So that's pretty neat, and it kind of is the center of this world. At least from what I'm seeing so far, it connected me to the following areas after the initial area. So that was pretty neat. And when you do talk to these characters, they fill you in on this story. It's not the most complex story. You enter this town from I think it's after being away for a while. She's been away for a while. She's a vigilant named Leela. That's how you're playing as, who you're playing as, I should say. And you come back and you realize that somebody's gone missing. It's somebody from the town. So I believe we are looking for that person. And when I talk to the different characters, they kind of give their recollections and their memories and what they know about the situation. and I've kind of been taking them as hints and all that, but it hasn't really filled me in too much to know, okay, where this person's at. It's not really like that, but it's pretty interesting to talk to each person, and it hasn't been, you know, tedious or anything like that. I actually want to go to these characters and talk to them and see what their story kind of is and how they relate to what is going on. But yeah, you're basically returning to this town and kind of clearing the bad from it. You're going through and you're killing all these enemies and these bosses, and you're trying to just, you know, make it all good again, I guess. So that's my interpretation. It could be way off, but that's pretty much what I know about the story. And like I said, I'm still early, but I am just going in there and just kicking butt, really. I'm just going in there and taking care of business. So I fought 2 bosses so far. First boss was kind of like a tutorial. It wasn't really that much of a big deal, but the second boss gave me some challenge, gave me a little bit of challenge, and I did a how-to video on that. If you're curious, you want to know how to beat that boss. But after that, you know, I'm pretty much making this video, so I'm very early in the game, a couple hours in, and it's so far so good. I'm actually enjoying it. When I was at work earlier, I was thinking about this game, like, man, I wish I was home. I wish I could just play this game all day, but you know, life, it happens, and I've only had this a couple days, so I'm hoping soon I can dive into this game a bit more. But so far, I'm really enjoying the atmosphere. I'm enjoying the music. Like I said, when it comes to like walking up and down stairs and, you know, jumping on certain platforms, it can be a little bit messy, but it could just be me. It could just be that I need to get used to the controls a little bit. But yeah, you got roll with the right trigger, dodge with that one as well. You got X. I'm using the Xbox controller, by the way. X is the attack button. Y is the heavy attack with my sword. I believe with the axe, it was like a charge attack. So it's kind of like your special, depending on the weapon that you have. It's either like a heavy attack or a special attack. It's like a charge attack kind of thing. That's what I meant to say. B is your items. So if you have like throwing knives, you can hit B and throw a knife. You could also use that for your healing potions and all of that. A, of course, is jump. But just going through the world, there's like platforming in there. There's definitely some secret areas I've found. Just kind of looking, you can walk behind certain rocks and things like that. They actually become entrances to secret rooms. You can open chests in there, you can find more money or certain things like that. And then there's also traps in a way, at least what I'm seeing so far. I've had times where it looks like I can jump down, because if you press down and jump, you'll go to the bottom area. And I've done that, and it looks like it's a clear room down there or something that's safe. And I've literally fallen to my death. So there's like certain areas where you're tempted, like, oh, this is probably a secret area, like let me check this out. And it turns out you're just dead because you've fallen and that's that. So it's rewarding because you're constantly looking for these different rooms and you know there's something around the corner, but sometimes it can get you in trouble because you're just so you're trying to find secret stuff, but then you end up falling off, you know, a cliff or something. So that's been pretty interesting. Also, when you do die, you just start from your last save. So it's not like where I'm using health potions and I'm using my stuff and all of that, and then I die and lose everything. It's like, no, I start from where I saved before. So when it came to that second boss that I just fought and beat, it wasn't too bad because when I would die, I would still have the same amount of heals and all of that, which are consumables, by the way. So if I beat the boss, which I did, I used, I don't know, I think 4 of them. I had 8, I used 4, and then I had 4 afterwards as I saved. So it's not like a healing flask like a Dark Souls where it just refills every single time that you save it and all of that. You're picking up consumables, you're saving them, you're saving the game, and that's how many you have for the next part of the game. But of course, if you save it after you use stuff, then they're gone. So I hope that makes sense. But yeah, there isn't really like the traditional flask or blood. Well, yeah, I was gonna say blood vials. That's wrong. Blood vials are consumables too. It's more so like that. It's more so like Bloodborne, I guess you can put it that way. But there is an actual save and load state in the game. Other than that, That's my first impressions. I feel that if you guys are into Souls-like, if you liked any kind of 2D Souls, especially like Salt and Sanctuary, Blasphemous, stuff like that, Death's Gambit, I've played a few. Play this game. It's pretty damn good. I think it's worth it. If you are especially interested in this type of genre, give it a shot. I'm gonna keep playing it. I'm gonna beat it. And I don't know if I'll do a review, but I'm definitely gonna do some more content. If you guys want, man, if you want more, let me know. Might stream it, we'll see. But that's pretty much it. I don't wanna talk your ear off too much. Play the game, damn it, play it. And I will catch you guys in my next video, alright? Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later. Peace.